What's up YouTube? Eagle Longwood here, and today I have a deck profile. Before I get started, I'll go ahead and tell you, I have a few proxies. It's mainly in my extra deck. It's because a lot of them are high dollar cards, or just because the person that has them never brings his binder to school, so I can't get them. I have I think 7 or 8 proxies in my extra deck, and then 1 proxy in my main deck. And that's just because the dude that has that just keeps forgetting, and I remind him every day to bring it. But he's like, oh my bad. Yeah, but look at my tokens. But yeah, so that's just to give you a little heads up. I'll tell you what they are and what they do. I'm going to go ahead and tell you in the deck why I have it in there, what it does. So this will probably be a pretty long video. So yeah, if you don't want to watch that, just go ahead and leave. And another thing is, this version of the build is actually undefeated so far. I defeated quite a few decks with it. I defeated a Gen X deck, a Blackwing deck, a Mill deck, and a wind-up deck. So yeah, go ahead and get started. First, push the deck over there. Start out Cyber Dragon. You control the monsters. Opponent does special summon the Cyber Dragon. Yeah. Other than that, I use it to sync for Stardust or something else. You know, Black Rose or something. It's a pretty good card. He helps me run over a lot of stuff. Tuning Wear. Basically, it can be used as a level 2 monster when you synchro summon, and when you use it to synchro summon, you get to draw a card. Double Doppel Warrior. When a monster is special summoned from your graveyard, you get to special summon this card from your hand. And then when this is used for a synchro material, you get 2 tokens. So it's actually pretty good for this deck because you need a lot of level 1s. Sandgan, it searches everything but Cyber Dragon and your Rush Rhinos, so it's a pretty needed card. Dandelion, it's pretty much just an essential for a synchro deck. It's into the grave, you get 2 tokens. Krebons, this is because TG Striker got put to 1. It's that, so yeah, you're going to need something to replace it, so I went and got a Krebons for that. You can pay 800 life points to get an attack. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. This card's pretty good just because of the fact that it cuts attack and defenses in half. I was actually thinking about running an Armor Master in here just because you could make that pretty easily. Then you run Double Junk Synchron. Just because you normal summon, bring back something, and then you can bring back almost a lot of things from this deck. Turbo Synchron, just because it's a level 1 tuner, that's pretty much the only reason I put it in here. It's my favorite tuner. And onto the TG stuff, I believe. You run 3 Warwolf. You special summon a level 4 lower monster, you can special summon this from your hand. And then all the TGs that I have a search effect, that whenever it's destroyed during the end phase, you can add a TG except the exact one that's destroyed to your hand. So yeah. TG Rush Rhino, when it attacks, it gets 400 attack, so it's pretty good. Becomes a 2000 beater, and then he has that search effect. I'll try to pick that one up. I run 1 Cyber Magician. Basically, if you use it to summon a synchro summon for a TG monster, because it's a tuner, you can use the other materials from your hand, but it has to be a TG monster from your hand that you synchro with. Otherwise, you can just sync on the field. But yeah, then it has a search effect. This is my proxy TG Striker. So yeah, you control the monsters and your opponent does. You can special summon this from your hand, then you get that search effect. So yeah. On the spells, I run 1 Duality, just because this is just in case I actually have, I'm not special summoning a lot. I just have a bunch of dead stuff, so I do a Duality and try to add something. Pot of Avarice, because you want to recycle as much as possible to get out your big synchros. Then some staples, you got 2 MST, a Heavy Storm, a Dark Hole, and a Monster Reborn for staples. Some more spells you get are Rhoda, just to add Junk Synchron, Doppel Warrior, TD Striker, and 2 creature swaps. So let me get that out of here. The creature swaps basically because you still get that search effect if they're destroyed. And so let's say you have a Cyber Magician and they have like a Hyperion or something like that, then you can get it. Now onto some traps. When Huge Revolution is over, basically, let's say your opponent uses Heavy Storm and you have 2 cards out. You can activate this and it removes that Heavy Storm from play. or you can use it on a Black Rose or something like that. Starlight Road, just a staple. Call the Haunted, just because sometimes I need to sync, and I can sync during my opponent's turn most of the time. Dark Bribe. Trapstone. Mirror Force. 2 Bottomless. And then 2 TGEM1s. This is basically a trap creature swap, but you can only use it on your TG monster. And the last card is Raigeki Break. I have this just because for Inzectors, you can stop Inzectors just right then and there. And then for my extra deck, I have a Proxy Hyper Librarian. Each time you sync, you get to draw a card. A Proxy Power Gladiator. It has a piercing effect, and then when it's destroyed, you get to draw a card. Your big bad synchro, the boss monster, is your Halberd Cannon. It can only be special summoned by synchro summon, and once per turn, while he's face up on the field, you can negate the summon of a monster and destroy it. And when he's sent from the field to the grave, you can select a TG monster in your grave and special summon it. It's pretty good. Wonder Magician. When it's summoned, you can destroy a spell or trap on the field, and then during your opponent's main phase, you can use him as the main tuner to synchro summon, and then when he's destroyed, you get to draw a card. Blade Blaster. Basically, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card that targets him, you can discard a card to negate it, and during your opponent's turn, you can remove from play a TG to remove him from play. During your next standby phase, he gets special summoned. Then Shooting Star. You can reveal, it has the effects that you can reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and for every tuner he gets an attack. Then you can negate an effect that would destroy a card, and if your opponent were to attack, you can negate that attack. Stardust, if your opponent were to activate a card effect that would destroy a card, you can tribute him to negate it, and then special summon him during the end phase. Formula, when it's synchro summon, you get to draw a card, and during your opponent's turn, you can sync with them. Strike Destroyer, you can destroy a number of cards on the field equal to the number of non-tuners that you used. Black Rose, when it's summoned, you can bomb the field, or you can remove, and then you can remove from play a plant to make one monster your opponent controls face-up attack with 0 defense. Catastor, when it battles a non-dark monster, it's automatically destroyed. Boreonic, you can discard any number of cards from your hand to the grave to make your opponent's monsters bounce back to, or cards back to their hand. Gaia has a 26 beater. Or another Stardust. Flamvel has a piercing effect, and every time he does damage, he gets 300 attack. In Utopia, you can detach materials and negate an attack. And if he gets attacked before he has no materials, he's destroyed. So yeah, that's my deck. Comment, rate, subscribe, and if you have any of the cards that I'm missing, please PM me. I will trade for them. Till next time, peace.